Hello and welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to be explaining the catalog widget as well as the product widget, both in the same tutorial because they're very closely related. The catalog lets you sell multiple products online. As you can see here, this is a demo sample site just for vintage accessories like rings and women's necklaces and hats. And when you create the catalog, first thing you're going to see is this is going to be blank, and you can click add a new item to the list, and this is where you would create your individual products. So for example, let's just look at these ones to see how they work. This one is $50 for the ring with an original price of $75, and if you notice here, that original price is crossed out. Anything you put in here is going to be crossed out, and it's going to show this actual price instead. So this is actually for $50. It looks like it's on sale. Sort of that's the illusion. You can add shipping costs that'll be automatically calculated and the maximum number of quantities. Here's where you can add different options, like if you want different sizes or colors, you can enter size here or color here, and then the option choices you can do like small, medium, large, or the different color options available. And then down here is where you would enter your title, your subtitle, and then the abstract. The abstract is what's shown initially in the catalog, and then the main text is what would show up when you actually open it. So if we were to open this up, there's the main text right there. You can add your images right here. If you add multiple images, it'll automatically create a slider that'll slide back and forth. And then here's where you would adjust your slider settings. And you can even add a video as well if you wanted. The buttons, you can add a button to each product that'll maybe like link you to a different place or send an email. Many different options and buttons, and those are gone over in the buttons tutorial. And then here is the SEO, the open graph. This is for like search engine optimization in Facebook and social media, and that's gone over in a separate tutorial. Once you have all of your information and all of your product, it's very simple to just upload the picture, tell a bit about the product, set your prices right here. Once everything is set, make sure it's saved, and then you would go back to the main catalog. You can do that either by clicking the catalog up here in the menu or going down and clicking the back button down here. Once you're back in the main catalog, you can add a new item, and then you would just simply add each product as you go all down. It'll create them with the price. Here is where you would add your initial title and the subtitle. This hide add to cart button, what this does is this actually hides the little cart. So if you wanted to maybe just test everything, make sure all the products look good, everything is looking nice, you can hide this, and then you can see now it's all gone. You can update everything, put all your list items, make sure everything's looking real nice, make sure everyone's happy with it, and then it's a very simple matter of just switching that off, and that'll make everything available for purchase. Well, that is after you've set up your e-commerce in order to actually accept those purchases, and that has gone over in the e-commerce tutorial. But as far as the rest of the catalog, we have search options. So if you click this, this will actually upload a little search bar, which is pretty neat. So people would be able to search if you have multiple pages. That helps as well. And then down here is where you would organize the options for the multiple pages. And then here you can add different tabs that'll open up in each option within each product. Like if you wanted to show it a map or a calendar, you can do that as well. And then RSS is for uploading from an RSS feed. And that's gone over in the RSS tutorial. This list style and layout will let you determine how it looks on mobile versus desktop, which is pretty neat. You can have each one separate. So for example, if I wanted to have 2 columns for mobile, you would just simply change this to 2. And then instead of being all in one line, it'll now do it in sections of 2, which is pretty neat, and you can separate them differently for mobile versus desktop. Like I said, you can have the image above, below, or to the left or right of the text, and mobile versus desktop differently. And then whether or not you want to open it in a modal or a page. A modal is the thing that pops up here. See how it's a separate page that kind of pops up and lets you easily close out and go back to it. Whereas if you open it up in a page, it'll open it up in a separate page that they would then have to click the back button to go back to the main list. And then accordion is just a different look, the way it organizes it. You can collapse the accordion and different stuff. And then the additional options let you determine whether or not they have to be logged in to actually see it and purchase anything, and whether or not the cart even shows up on mobile or desktop. And additional styles are pretty similar to many of the other widgets. It lets you determine the desktop space, if you want to take up less space on a desktop, and then change the different margins. You can also determine like a background, where this whole section would have a background if you want to set an image or a color or even a video, and different animation styles where it fades in from the top. So it's really easy to just make all your settings, list all your items out here, and then once it's all set, then you would turn on your e-commerce and just simply watch the e-commerce video in order to figure out how to set that up. What we're going to do now is we're actually going to do the separate product page. Not separate product page, separate product widget. So if you go back to the main page, and let's say that you have just one product you want to sell, it's very easy to simply add a single product. You would go to add a widget, and then go down to product here, and this is a single product that users can buy right away. And you'll notice that everything's pretty much the same here. So you would simply enter your price, your $50, and the original price of $100. You can have your title here, and then upload your text and images of the product. So let's say I wanted to sell this wine. And then now if you scroll down below this initial catalog, we see the single product right here. There's all the info in the text, and obviously you'd probably stylize it. You can stylize the text to make it match. You would do all that right here. You can adjust the size, the font, the color of everything. And down here is, if you have multiple pictures, you can adjust the different slides and slider settings. And then you'll see here everything else is the same as the previous widget, because it's another product. It's just a single product. So you wouldn't have that list, but you can still do the mobile, desktop, still all the additional styles and widgets. So once you have that set, then you would go to your e-commerce, like I said, watch that video, and the product and catalogs are very easy to use.